Our next poet is from Oregon, who happily traveled up here with his wife Linda, and Doug Stone. His poems have appeared in the University of Portland Review, the Oregonian, Cloud Bank, and Ribbon Poetry Journal. And he's got two jewels he's going to share with you. Doug.
I want to add my thanks to Tony and to Patty for putting this on, and for that wonderful meal. If my voice gives way, Patty recommended that we do the garden tour here, and we did today, and there's something, one of the plants in this tour, its pollen is now nesting in my throat. So it's a wonderful tour. If you didn't do it and you have a chance tomorrow, do it. But I don't know what it is. And again, thanks to Patty for putting this on. We've gone to Victoria many times, but we've always taken the Hood Canal route. I've never been to Gig Harbor, and we talked over and over about this spring or summer to go back up to Victoria. It's been a long time, and since this came up, it gave us a wonderful excuse to see Gig Harbor, which is such a wonderful place. It has the neatest name of any town in the world. I want to read two poems from the journal, Inferno and Sydney and the Spider. Inferno, back in the, probably at least the dark ages when I was in college, I took a class in Milton, and we were studying Paradise Lost. And it's an incredible poem, has incredible beauty, but also has incredible tedium. And as we were studying it, the professor was a professor who was very fluent in Italian and also taught in the Italian department and taught the Divine Comedy. And one day when we were just grinding through some of Milton, he said, you know, if you really wanted to know what perfection is, I'd have you all learn Italian and then read the poem, the Divine Comedy in Italian, then you would know what perfection is. And he said, trust me, any translation in English will never even come close. That's always stuck with me. So anyway, Inferno. A poem peculiarly perfect in its own language, Christopher Lafarge. Drinking Chianti on a hot afternoon after rain, reading a tortured translation of Dante because I'm too lazy to learn Italian. The wine flows, seeking the beauty of the poem through this desert of words, and gives me just a taste of Dante's perfection in this language I understand, this language that will never really understand Dante without a bottle of wine. And when the wine is finished, that perfection fades like little puddles evaporating in an arroyo, until all that's left are words I understand, flopping all over the parched, cracked ground. Sydney and the Spider. Sydney in this poem is our youngest granddaughter. And from the time she could walk, she's always been attracted to spider webs. We walk around her neighborhood, in particular at days like today. In fact, we noticed today that wonderful rain we have in the Northwest, where the rain hangs on the plants and hangs on the spider webs. And she was always fascinated by spider webs that had either dew or rain on them. She just loved them. And this poem's about the day that she actually discovered that those spider webs actually come with a really neat accommodation, an accessory that's kind of cool. Sydney and the Spider. Drawn to the gleaming raindrops hanging on the web, she sees that dark stillness at the center. The newness of the moment rises in her face like the sun, her sudden smile, eyes widening, eyebrows arching, and then her finger moves so slowly, just like that Sistine ceiling god, toward that stillness that must be touched. Oh.